Today I'm going to build a simple pair of floating shelves. Nothing fancy, no lights, no speakers, no hidden storage, just simple floating shelves. And I truly believe just about anybody can build these with a few basic tools. So let me show you. And so far I've been cutting out all the pieces for the shell of the shelves. I'm using 1/2-inch plywood in this case. So pretend this is full size, but basically I've got the top and the bottom of the shelf, and then I'm gonna have a side piece right here and then the front piece right there. Now initially I was going to miter this joint right here, but then I remembered that I'm gonna have my cabinets on both sides of this butting right up to the shelf. So you're never gonna see this end grain right there of the plywood. So I think I'm just gonna keep it really simple and just do a butt joint on these corners, and then I've got really straightforward dimensions. So let me go ahead and cut these pieces. I'll just line this piece up right here. Once I have it lined up, I can mark it out right there. So we got our mark right here, and now I can cut that out. And this is me realizing I didn't hit record. Excellent. Okay, so I've got my top piece right here, and I've got the piece that's going to be the front piece right here, and I've got it flush on the opposite end. So now I'm just trying to get the overall length of this. So again, my top piece right here, I'm going to take 2 side pieces and stack them up right here. And now I know that I just can make a mark right here, if I got any lead. Make a mark right there, and that's my overall dimension. So once again, using relative dimensions instead of trying to add up different dimensions together or using tape measure. That's just really straightforward and easy. So now we've got that front piece cut out. I'll bring it back here, line it up on the other end, and that's looking really good right there. All right, so I've got all the pieces cut out for both of these shelves, so now let's start assembling these. And to assemble everything, I'm gonna be using glue and pin nails. And for the sides, since you won't be able to see the nail heads, I'm gonna be using some brad nails just because they're a little bit stronger than pin nails. Flip it around, can I add the other side on? All right, flip it over and we can put the bottom on. Then I could sand everything down and get it ready for stain. Alright, so I've got the outer shell of the shelves made. Now it's time to make the structure of it. So what I'm thinking is it's just going to be a simple back plate with some fingers coming off of it. So if we take a measurement here, we've got 46 1/4. I'm just going to call that 46 just to give me a little bit of wiggle room. And then in the vertical direction, we've got 2 inches. So basically, I'm gonna cut a strip that's gonna be 46 by 2, and then I can cut some fingers that are gonna come off of that at 2 inches and 2 inches by about 5 inches. For the back plate, I'm gonna use 1/2-inch material, so it's gonna be the same thickness as these shelves right here. And then for the fingers coming off of that back plate, I think I'm gonna go with 3/4-inch material. That way it's just got a little bit more meat to grab into. All right, enough talking, let me show you. That should work fine. All right, so I've cut these back strips to fit in here with a little bit of wiggle room. So we got a little bit of play each way, which is gonna be nice when it comes to installing these. I'm gonna cut the fingers at 4.5 inches and we should be good. So essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line up some of these fingers like that, and then this back plate will go like that. And I'll screw these together, and then this will get hung on the wall first, and then I can just slip the shelf shell on top of that. So I'm gonna use some glue and brad nails just to get everything lined up and tacked in place. Then I'll come back with some 2-inch screws, and I'll pre-drill first before installing those. For the stain, I'm going to be using a custom mix from Sherwin to match the rest of the cabinets in the basement. And for the top coat, I'm using a clear semi-gloss polyacrylic. Again, applying it with a foam brush. Once in the basement, I measured out where we wanted the shelves and then marked out the stud locations. Then I used my laser to transfer those marks up to the top shelf. Once I had the shelf locations marked out, I could install the mounting plates using 2.5-inch screws. But I had to be very careful to hit a stud because I know there are water lines right alongside the studs. Luckily, I didn't hit any. Then I could just slip the shelves over the mounting plates, and that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button. That just tells YouTube that this was a decent video and maybe it should pass it on to some other people to watch. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. That way you're notified every time I release a new video. And until next time, thanks for watching.